Good morning, DFS Army. Craig Bennett, aka Cash Keg here, coming at you with a PrizePicks video. That's a really fun site to play. Basically, you're betting the over or under on fantasy points per player. You pick your favorite 2, 3, 4, or 5. They have different multipliers on what you can win depending on how many players you want to bet. I'll do a recap on yesterday's video if you did not watch it. We went 3 and 2. Really thought we had 4 and 1, but I'll recap that video before we go into today. I have 5 more picks for you. Before that, hit that subscribe button. Let me know that you still want me to do these videos like this, and if you don't mind hitting that thumbs up button, really appreciate each and every one of you. And if you keep wanting to see these videos, let me know in the comment section. So let's see yesterday's picks. All right, here's what we had yesterday. The top 2 hit. Drew Holiday over 34 fantasy points. He hit 40.5. I talked him up a lot, said I really liked him in all the matchups. And he was able to hit for us at 40.5. Zion under 8 rebounds. Again, I talked about how Utah was a fantastic rebounding team, and Zion wasn't really doing it. He was doing more scoring, so that one hit easily. Mike Conley, that was the one that I was really thought we had the over on. He had 6 assists. He sat on that for almost the whole second half, so didn't get there. Drew Holiday got over his 5 assists, though. Again, it was another play. I liked him a lot. Got his 7 over 5. And then Anthony Davis, we missed on that one. He decided to distribute a little bit more than score, where LeBron James kind of took over the scoring duties. But 3 and 2, not too bad. Felt like, we could have got a little bit better there. But let's dive in and see what we have for today's 5 picks. All right, just like yesterday, over here at PrizePicks.com, I already have my 5 favorite picks up on the board here, and they have NBA and they have NBA first half. I like to look at both. Sometimes players start off hot. Sometimes players take a little bit longer to get going. So I really like that they have both options here. And right now, they don't have the single stats up, but they will have it right next to the fantasy score. So this is where you see it. I'm doing this a little early in the morning, so they might not have the single stats up where you can go over and under, which is something that they brought brand new to PrizePicks just yesterday, and I really like it. It's basically like sports betting props, which is fantastic if you don't have sports betting in your state. Really like the over under on those single entries, and you can find some really good ones. Like I said, we hit on that Zion one. And, we missed on Conley, but something I really like. But for today, I do have full game and half on 2 players here. And again, you can pick 2, 3, 4, or 5, depending on how you want to do this. And if you want to do the flex pay of all 5 of these, if you hit 3, it's just 0.4 extra money. If you hit 4, it's 2 extra money. And if you can hit all 5 of these boogers, it's 10x your entry fee. So, you can go, about as much as you want here and get after it. So, again, these are my favorite 5 plays. I'm going to rank them in order as how I like them and talk about each and every one of them so you can kind of see how I'm justifying playing them. So my first pick, my number 1 is DeMarcus Cousins over 16.7 fantasy points for the first half. Wood is ruled out here, so DeMarcus Cousins should get the start at center. Now, we know Oladipo is going to take a ton of usage here, but DeMarcus Cousins to be number 2 on this team. Not afraid against Detroit at all. We just saw what Clint Capella did against Detroit, putting up almost 80 fantasy points. Not saying don't expect that out of DeMarcus Cousins. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is over 16.7 seems very low. I think he scores around 40 fantasy points today, maybe a little bit more. And I think he can hit, this line should be closer to 20.7 to me than 16.7. So that's why I like the first half over on DeMarcus Cousins as number 1. Number 2, I'm going to come down to another first half pick. It's Goran Dragic at 12.5. To me, this feels about 3 to 4 points too light as well. Now, we don't know if Hero's going to play or not. He is questionable. But regardless if he plays or not, all it's going to do is move Goran Dragic to the bench And I have no problem with that. Even in a first half play, he's just going to have more usage and more shots in that second unit. Over 12.5, I do like that play. Again, it just feels a little light. The third play I like might be a little bit nervous for some, and I wish it was a little bit higher. But Andre Drummond, 42, I'm going to under here. Jared Allen is now on this team with Cleveland. We saw in a double overtime game, DeAndre Jordan only played 26 minutes. Extremely low output for him. And I don't think the sites have caught up yet that Allen is in there. So, yeah, I saw 25 minutes against this Brooklyn team just a couple nights ago, only put up 24 fantasy points. And, again, with Jared Allen there, I think you're just going to see less and less of Drummond. And if it gets in a blowout, I think Brooklyn's going to come out and try to really take it to them. I think it hurts Drummond's chances even more. Now, again, bigs against Brooklyn is a thing. I just don't think he's going to get there in the minutes. Could he put up 42 in 25 minutes? Sure. I'm going to bet that he doesn't. And Brooklyn just takes it to him and crushes Cleveland after losing to him in double overtime. I'm going to go the under 42 fantasy points for the game. The next one that I'm going to go at is, again, Clint Capella, over 43. I know this is a high mark for Clint Capella. However, it's a great matchup here for Clint Capella in Atlanta against Minnesota. It's somebody that I have no problem going right back to. He's just getting the minutes is the big thing for me, not even the fantasy points. The fantasy points have been monstrous. Against Detroit, like I said, why I like the Boogie even, put up almost 80 FanDuel points, 55 and 56 over his last three. Again, against Minnesota, they just played on the 18th. He put up 55 fantasy points in 39 minutes. But again, the minutes are what's key for me here. 38, 39, and 36 minutes. I mean, that is just unreal minutes for Capella, and he's always been a monster when he gets the minutes. It was always the thing in Houston. They just wouldn't run him again because they would just shoot threes. But you have to like his output here for that 55 fantasy points. I think we're going to get closer to the 50. So even he's a 43, he's been a 1.32 fantasy points per minute guy for the season. And I still think if he's going to play high 30s minutes, he should be able to crush that again. And then the last play is Bam Adebayo. We missed on this pick when I did a video 2 days ago. Bam quite didn't get there. He ended up putting 38 fantasy points in 33 minutes. Only shot 40% from the field, which really hurt him. But I do like the over to go right back here. I think he should be get closer to the 45 to 46 point, with no Butler out there. So I still think this is an overplay. Even though we missed it last time, I still think I see him getting closer to the 44, 45. And we all seen 50-point upside out of Bam, where the last two games before Detroit, he put up 50 and 52 with no Jimmy. So that's where I feel like he's going to be closer to. But with that, those are my 5 favorite plays over here at PrizePicks.com. Head on over, sign up, head into our DFS Army VIP chat where our room is hopping. It's one of our most busiest rooms over there, it seems like, constantly. Sign up using promo code CashCake. Save yourself 10%. Get in that chat room. We're dropping all kinds of things. Again, we're working on some tools to make these picks a little bit easier for you if you don't have a lot of time. And with that, hit that subscribe button on your way out. Hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate each and every one of you. And with that, I'm Cash K. Deuces.